Well, if you want to learn something new this spring, you might want to consider taking a cooking class at Baker Hunt in Covington.
CINCY Lifestyle's Michaela Hughes-Shaw takes us there in honor of National Caramel Day. Didn't know there was such a thing. Coming up later this week.
Hi, I'm Annie Brown with Laughing Bees. I make the world's best honey caramels. And today I'm going to show you how to make caramels. This is a basic caramel recipe, similar to any recipe you'd find online. First of all, let's talk about the equipment we have. I have my heat source. Today I'm using an induction burner. You can use your stove at home. I usually use a gas stove, and or an electric stove would be fine too. My pot, I have a spatula, my candy thermometer, a dough scraper, and a silicone mold. I have brown and granulated sugar, light corn syrup, sweetened condensed milk. We have some vanilla, salt, and a stick of butter. I'm going to go ahead and start putting everything in my pot. And we will start heating it up on a low heat to begin with. We want to heat it up slowly so that our sugar doesn't burn. And I'm going to keep it on the low heat until my butter is melted, and then we'll start turning it up. And I've started the heating process on my low heat. And I'm going to cut my butter. You should have room temperature butter. And I'm going to cut it into little chunks so it'll melt even quicker. If you're heating it slow enough, you shouldn't have to stir it constantly, but sometimes, like on this induction burner, it heats a little quicker. I can't control the heat as well, so I stir it a little bit more than you usually need to. So it'll take a few minutes for the butter to melt and the sugar to start liquefy. The recipes will say take a pastry brush, dip it in water, and then brush that down. And the reason they tell you to do that is to keep your caramels from granulating after you've made them. You should be fine. We do end up with some brown bits. Those are toffee bursts of flavor in our caramel. $39. You can see there's a lot of little brown bits in there. That's the bursts of toffee. We're at 240. I'm going to go ahead and take it off the pot or off the burner and pour it. At this point, we're going to just pour it very carefully into your mold. Then I'm just going to take my dough scraper, scrape it to fill the little cavities. It won't fill your whole mold, but it'll fill most of it. So after my caramels have cooled to room temperature, which I usually let them go for about an hour or so, then you can throw them in the fridge or the freezer. I usually put it in the freezer because they tend to be a little soft, makes it easier to wrap them. So these have been in the freezer for a little while, and look how easy they pop out. They just come right out. So I've got my wax paper. This is the wax side. I'm gonna put my caramel right in the middle of it, pull towards me, and away. I'm going to pinch the corners so I don't tear a hole in the paper with the caramel, and then twist away from me. Easy. Join us on April 5th here at Baker Hunt in the beautiful kitchen. It's National Caramel Day. I'll be teaching you how to make this. You can take home a batch of your own caramels and a mold so that you can make them over and over again.